a major shift has just happened in the digital world. Great news for creatives and businesses alike. Instagram content is now searchable on Google, opening up new opportunities for visibility and for growth. Here to break it all down for us is digital strategist Kieran Rose, who is far, 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 far away. But thanks to technology, he's near the BIOS this morning, straight out of Thailand. Hi, Kieran. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am very well. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
I am very, very good. Can't complain.
Excellent. So why should we be celebrating this news? Tell us what obtained before and tell us what this shift is and what the implications are. Why should we be happy about it?
Yeah, so this is a major, major shift. And one of the reasons why is that we know that most businesses across the entire Caribbean region don't have websites, right? So this is why when we jump on Google and typically when we're searching for something, we don't always get Caribbean focused content. We usually get edified by a source outside of the Caribbean. That's because mainly most businesses don't have websites or producing content that feeds into the search engines. Mm-hmm. Now with this update as of July 10th, Instagram is now finally no longer having this walled garden where they're not sharing their data, right? And now it's going to allow Google and Bing to scrape that data. So when somebody jumps on Google and they conduct a search, now content can show up. And since businesses typically did not have websites before, most Caribbean businesses were not showing up in a Google search, right? Which ultimately meant they're also not showing up in AI because the AI tools pull from the search engines. So now that Instagram is sharing their data, now the content is not going to be just limited to Instagram. It's going to be able to be picked up on the search engine tools and also moving forward, the AI tools.
Mm-hmm. Says Instagram becomes part of a multimedia search strategy, not just a social platform. Your content has a longer shelf life and visibility is no longer limited to your followers, which means lots of people are going to benefit in significant ways. What are some of those ways that strategic benefits can accrue for brands?
So the biggest one is that before this change, people don't know what the shelf life of Instagram content was. Instagram content shelf life was the majority of your engagement happens within the first 24 to 48 hours. And after 48 hours, your content was relegated to the algorithm graveyard, never to be seen again.
Yikes.
So now when we jump on platforms like Google, I mean, think about your own search habits, right? When we jump on Google or we jump on YouTube and we search for something, we might get relevant content that was created years ago, but it's still relevant for right now.
Right.
So now that the content's going to show up in search, you're no longer going to be limited to that 24 to 48 hour window. Your content has the ability to now bring traffic, which means it could bring leads and it could bring sales for years to come. And as a business that's investing their money and their time to create the content, this is a big sigh of relief because now you're going to get more ROI out of the content you create.
Yeah, you speak about spending money and investment, but some people do not spend any money and they will still see returns on this, Kieran, because this is a way to advertise without the ad spend.
Yes. And this is huge. So one of the things that I encourage everybody, right, is here's what's going to be indexable. Here's what Instagram is sharing with Google and Bing. Your posts, so the actual posts now are going to be indexable. Your reels are going to be indexable. Your carousels, your captions are going to be indexable. So you need to be thinking about when you're writing your captions, you need to be thinking about what are people going to Google and searching for, right? And then when you're posting your pictures, there's something called alt text. And alt text is what happens when you're uploading a picture and you're going into settings, you'll see alt text. Alt text is what describes what's happening in the image, and Google and Bing are pulling from that image, are pulling from that information, and that's how they know what the actual content is. So that is some of the things that you need to be thinking about in terms of optimizing. And then one thing I'll recommend, I'm an SEO specialist, right? Mm-hmm. So this is one of the things that I would recommend for people who are not SEO specialists to do. You need to understand what people are searching for so you know what to create. So what you can do is if you have your phone on you, you could go to Google right now as a quick example, right? When you go into the Google search bar, right? Mm-hmm. Go into the Google search bar And I want you to type in jerk chicken, but don't press enter. You're going to see the auto-suggested list pop up. Let me know when that happens.
Jerk chicken. You said don't search?
Yeah, don't press enter. So you're going to see the auto-suggested list pop up.
Yeah.
Right. Right on the left-hand side, you're going to see a magnifying glass next to the auto-suggested list. What the magnifying glass represents is these are the top trending searches that involve the word jerk chicken in Jamaica over the last 7 days.
Okay.
So now, when you know what people are searching for, trending searches, you know what content to create. Because if they're searching for it and you create the content, the next time someone searches for it, your content can show up in search. And this is how we discover businesses. Right?
Yeah, got you there, Teach.
Get discovered. Because you know what? For a long time, businesses are thinking like content creators and they're trying to go viral. What they should be doing is building the right content so that it shows up in search. Because as customers, when we're doing our research, we go to Google, we go to the AI tools to do our research, and we're searching for our problems. And that's what leads us to find businesses, not viral content. The systematic way is we Google something, whoever shows up in search gets the business.
And then that business then helps your business to go viral and global and reach to us. And then there you go. I saw that. Cha-ching, ching, cha-ching, ching, ching.
That's the money.
Yeah.
But here's the flip side, right? Here's the flip side. Now, this is going to be relevant for the professional account. So you either have to have a business account or a content creator account, right? And since more institutions globally, right, governments, universities, since everybody is now asking for your social media handles, right? Entities are now going to be researching a whole lot more and seeing your Instagram content showing up in search. So this is a perfect time for people to start cleaning up their Instagram because you don't want to go for an interview for a visa and they're Googling you and they're seeing the content you're posting and you're getting denied off of that.
Yikes. So again, as with any social media discussion, we have to talk about the benefits and you know what, how we can sync ourselves using the tool, because that's exactly what it is. And it can be done for our benefit or for our detriment. Let those who have ears to hear listen to Karen and go and clean up your page right away. Karen, thank you for the insight. Game-changing stuff. And as technology kind of advances, I can only imagine what's on the horizon. Thank you for keeping us apprised. Thank you for your insight on this. Go find this guy in social. Where are you? At Karen Rose is where you are?
Karen Rose everywhere. Social media, Google, Karen Rose, KERONROSC. On any platform, you'll find me.
I'm going to Google you and see what jumps up from your gram. Thank you very much, Mr. Digital Strategist. Karen Rose joining us this morning. We have more on Smile Jamaica right after this break. Soon come.